Hi guys, I'm about to show you how to write equation of the graph shown. Okay. In order to graph the function of the graph, you have to know first what the function is. In this scenario, the graph that we shown what was shown before is a rational function, and the function to that is 1 over x squared. Okay, so in order to put the rational function into its equation, it starts off, the original equation was 1 over x squared, and the second one shows how we can put it into an equation. The h tell us whether the graph has moved left or right from the starting point 0, 0. As you can see, 1 over x minus h is h, how many units went to the right. The next one is 1 over x plus h is how many units that the graph went left. K also K let us know whether the graph moved up and down. I have an example for a quadratic equation function minus 3, which means down 3, and I have the rational function of 1 over x minus h plus 5 means the graph went up 5. So we're going to look back at the original equation and see where it moved left or right or moved up and down. Okay, for when we're looking back at the graph, we're going to look how many units did the function move to the left or right. So from the starting point 0, 0, you can see that it moved over to the left 1. So so for h, it will be x minus 1 over x minus 1 for 1 units to the right. Okay, so now we're looking back to look how many units that the graph either went up or down. And looking back, the starting point is 0, 0, and we could tell that it moved over 1 to the right, and it also moved up 1. So for k, it will be plus 1 up. And we're going to look back on the calculator to see if it's right. Okay, so now looking at the graph, we have to make sure that when we look on the calculator that we have the same points that are on this graph. Also find the value of a is the slope of the function. The value of a tells whether the function is either shrinking or flipping over the x-axis. So in this scenario, the slope is 1 over 1. So it went up 1 and right over 1. Okay, so I put the equation into the Desmos calculator and it shows the exact same points that was on the graph shown. And for this equation, for the rational function, the rational function will be negative 1 because of the slope, and it will be 1 over x1 because minus 1 because it went to the right 1 squared, and plus 1 because it went up 1. And that will be the function.